So who else is excited for a book haul? Because I know Bailey here sure is. She could care less, really. Hi guys, it's Samantha and I am back today with my February book haul. I got my last two packages today with the two books that I have been most excited to receive. So I'll be opening those at the end of the video on camera, and then first I'll show you guys the other books that I got this month, which is kind of a nice collection. I'm pleased with the books that I got this month, and I'm excited to show you guys which ones I did get. I got a nice mix of fantasy and classics, graphic novels, etc. So let us get started with this February book haul. Yeah. So the first book I have to show you guys is part of a series of editions that I have been wanting to collect and have been collecting, which is the Canterbury Word Cloud Classics. This month I picked up a Frankenstein by Mary Shelley in this edition. I love these ones. They have the words engraved on the cover, and it looks like that on the side. And on the inside it always has some cool illustrations. In this case, it is Frankenstein's monster himself. So this is one I've been wanting to read. I probably won't pick it up until October, but I wanted to get this one. It was on sale, and I don't know, I just really enjoy these editions. I think they're quite cool. I really love how they have the words, the quotes from the book inscribed on the cover, and I think it just makes for a really classic and clean edition of a book. Very, very enjoyable. It's very aesthetically pleasing. The next book that I picked up is something I'm very excited about. It's going to be part of a buddy read with Michael from Bitten by Radioactive Book and a few other awesome booktubers, I think in March or April. I can't remember which now. But it is a book that Michael himself recommended, and it is Camelot Burning by Catherine Rose. This is a steampunk Arthurian retelling. I mean, how could I pass that up? I love, if you guys are familiar with my channel and have been watching my videos for a while, you will know that I love Arthurian retellings. I love King Arthur stories, and with the steampunk element, I have no idea what you're doing back there. What are you doing? With the steampunk element, it's going to be fantastic. I'm very, very, very excited to pick this guy up and see how it is. It has so okay ratings on Goodreads, but I'm excited to see what I myself think. So it's the perfect combo. Next, I picked up the second volume of Amulet by Kazu Kabuishi. I really, really enjoyed the first one. Could not wait to get the next volumes, the next installments in this series. So I picked up volume 2. I'm hoping to read it before the end of the month. I mean, it would take like an hour to get through these, but I love this guy's artwork. They're just really, 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 really fabulous. I'm pretty sure that everybody by now knows, but in case you don't, Kazu Kabuishi is also the illustrator of these new paperback editions of Harry Potter that I absolutely adore. So I'm just a really big fan of his works, and I just really like his art, and I can't wait to see where this story is going to go. Whoa, we're all in books, Bailey! It's exciting! Exciting! The next book I picked up is the second book in the Imaginarium Geographica, which is A Search for the Red Dragon by James A. Owen. I read book 1 back in January. I really, really enjoy this series. It's a really cool middle grade series. It incorporates a lot of our different fairy tales and mythologies and mythological creatures and things that are part of our history, only they exist in a world parallel to ours, and it follows the three caretakers of this land, Jack, John, and Charles. It's a really, really great series. It pays homage to a lot of our literary past, which I really like, and it's just really enjoyable. This is the second book. I got it in the really, really pretty hardback editions, and it looks like this. I don't know if you can tell, but the inscription right here, this little plaque, is always kind of iridescent-y. I just really enjoy the artwork on these. They also have some really cool illustrations inside. Let's see if I can find one such as like that. It's really cool cross-hatching illustrations. Just a really, really pretty book all around. I'm excited to continue on with the series. It was supposed to happen this month, but we were reading a lot of big books this month, and so we're going to pick the series back up in March. The next book I picked up is another second book in a series, and that is The Seven Songs, part of The Lost Years of Merlin by T.A. Barron. I read this book series a long time ago, like over a decade ago, back in high school. Really enjoyed it, and I want to start collecting the books in this series and start rereading them. This is the second book. I received the first book for Christmas. This is the second one. I love these covers. They're kind of glossy, and they have some cool designs on them. Particularly the later ones in the book series have some really cool designs. So I'm excited to start collecting these and getting back into this book series. Again, if you guys are not familiar with this series, it is a middle grade, young adults, somewhere between there, Arthurian retelling series centering around Merlin. It has nothing to do with the TV show, but it is really, really good, and if you are looking to pick up and start reading Arthurian retellings, then this is a great place to start. The next book I picked up was kind of just a random little purchase. I happened to be looking on Amazon for new books and different fantasy series to pick up, and I came across The Broken Blade by Kelly McCullough. I don't really know how to say your name, McCullough. I'm butchering it, and I apologize. The book series, this is the first in, I think, 7 books. It follows Arl, who is an assassin, but soon all of the other assassins, part of the, who are called the Kingslayers, I believe, are killed. He is left alone with his living shadow, Triss, so he kind of falls back upon thieving and working as a mercenary, but soon he is entrusted with a job that just might bring about the return of the assassins, I think, that he was a part of. I don't know. It sounded really interesting. This one also got kind of okay ratings and good reviews, but I'm intrigued to see what I think about it, and I'm always up for a new fantasy series. The next book I got is another second book in a book series, and that is Changeless by Gail Carriger, the second book in the Parasol Protectorate series. This is a Victorian steampunk series. I really, really liked the first one. They're hilarious books, really enjoyable, and I knew I wanted to pick up book 2. Again, another book I was hoping to get to this month, but with all the big books I'm reading this month that are taking up my time, it might happen instead in March. The next 2 books I was sent by a publisher, Austin Macaulay. I will be sure to link their website down below so you guys can go and check them out. They're an indie publisher in the UK. They were interested in sending me some books for a review, and I agreed, so I chose a couple of fantasy novels. The first book is The Path of the Gods by James Val Rose. I'm not entirely sure what exactly this book is about. I gather it follows a group of friends that become the target of this reformation, and for whatever reason, not quite sure, and they're kind of sent on a journey to what it says is the edges of hell itself. So it sounded intriguing. It's a fantasy book. I was interested in checking it out, so I decided to go with this one. The next book I received from them was The Rainbow King by Chris Ingram. It follows a boy, Join, who discovers he has this thing called a rainbow ancestry, and together he is meant to bring together the kingdom and all of the peoples, including elves and dwarves, dragons and humans and all these different races together. Seems like it'll be a good fantasy book. I decided to check it out. It seemed intriguing, plus I don't know the name. I like rainbows. Rainbows are pretty, so I was intrigued to check this one out. The next book I have here is one that I also stumbled upon on Amazon, and that is The Sky Stone by Jack White. This is an Arthurian retelling with a bit of a twist. This starts a couple hundred years before King Arthur himself is born. It follows his ancestors, and I believe the series runs all the way up and through King Arthur himself. So this starts out with the Romans and how they preceded Arthur. Apparently these 2 guys are his ancestors, Publius Varus and Caius Britannicus, and they are sort of the beginnings of King Arthur's lineage. So it seemed intriguing. It got good reviews, and I don't know, I'm always up for an Arthurian retelling because I love King Arthur and all of those stories because they are fantastic. I love the show Merlin. I love any book, pretty much any single book I read about King Arthur, and any type of Arthurian retellings. I still need to finish reading Les Mortes d'Arthur. I got partway through it a long time ago and put it down, but I am going to read it. And just yes. And the last book I have here before I unbox my 2 boxes that I've already read and really enjoyed is Therithmatist by Brandon Sanderson. I read this at the beginning of the month with a bunch of other cool booktubers, and it was very, very, very good. This is Brandon Sanderson's young adult series. One of his young adult series is the first one. I think the second one's coming out next year, I think, or the end of this year. I can't remember which. But this is actually going to be part of the hashtag Year of Cosmere. I believe it is June's book. I will link that information down below if you don't know what Year of Cosmere is. It is something that I'm helping to co-host where we read most of Brandon Sanderson's works, including the Mistborn series, and it has been fantastic, and it is going to continue to be fantastic. So I picked up this one, really enjoyed it, recommend it if you have not already read it. It's a quick and fun read. This one also has a bunch of really cool illustrations in it and different designs and things that refer to the magic system, because the magic system in this one is really interesting. It has to do with chalk. So it follows the main character, Joel, who lives in this alternate history. So it's like our world, but events have been altered. And the United States of America is actually split into islands. And Joel lives on one island, and he's always wanted to be a Therithmatist. And a Therithmatist is somebody that is able to bring chalk to life, and they can use it to fight and to defend. And basically the Therithmatist's job is to protect the people of the United Isles from these horrible beings and these things called chalklings on the Isle of Nebraska. But soon weird things start happening at the school that Joel attends, and it is linked to the Therithmatist, and he kind of sets out to see what that is. So it was a really, really good book. Has some interesting steampunk, or as I believe Brandon Sanderson called it, gearpunk elements that made it really intriguing, and it was just a fun read. Alright, so now for the unboxing portion of the video. I've been waiting several weeks for these, 3 weeks I think now, for these 2 packages to come, and I am very excited. So I have my handy little Swiss Army knife here, and we are going to unbox these bad boys. They came from England, so that's why it took forever. I thought that they were coming from the US, but they came from the UK to the US, and I don't even know how the heck am I supposed to open this. Look at this thing. It's like covered in tape. Ugh, this will be interesting. I don't even know where to cut it. I don't want to cut my books. Gonna rip this. Ugh. Hey, woman. They really like their tape. Oh, it's really interesting. Okay. Oh, it's so pretty. Finally, I have the UK edition of The Final Empire, the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson. I've been wanting these covers for so long. I cannot wait to look at them. So we're going to take this plastic off right now and look at these books. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I love the UK covers so much. More plastic, sorry. I'm so excited. Okay. Now getting them out of the box set. Okay, here's the first one. The Final Empire. Oh, look at it, guys. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is 1,000 times better than this. Yeah, no more. No more ugly book. This is so pretty. Okay, so this is the Final Empire. This is book 2, The Well of Ascension, which we'll be reading in March for Year of Cosmere. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, even the texture of the cover feels so nice. And book 3, Hero of Ages, which is a book that I will be hosting in April for Year of Cosmere. Oh my gosh, look at them. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. They passed the smell test. So excited to have the box set of these. I love the UK covers. They're even more beautiful than I was expecting in person. Okay, so now box number 2. Less complicated to open, I think, if I can find my knife. Let us cut open this bad boy. Probably shouldn't be cutting towards myself. I am a klutz, so with my luck, I'm gonna stab myself. Oh, so excited. Oh, it's so cool. It's a lot smaller than I was expecting, but I love it. It is the 12 Doctors. Short stories, one for each doctor. So they started coming out with these during the 50th anniversary year as ebooks. Penguin did, and a lot of famous authors wrote a story for each one of the doctors. Each one was released each month, so the first Doctor's released the first month, and then Penguin came out with this box set for the UK that had each of them broken into their own little book, which I will show you guys because the covers are awesome. It corresponds to that doctor's outfit. And then they added another one for the 12th Doctor because, of course, in the 50th anniversary era, the 11th Doctor hadn't regenerated yet. So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh, look at that. There's all of our outfits. Okay, let's open it. I've read most of these on ebook form, but I haven't read the last few. I got busy later that year, and so I wasn't able to keep up with them being released. So this is exciting. Now I can finish reading them and I'll actually own them. Oh my god. And they're rainbow colored. Look at that. Their spines are rainbow colored. Oh my god. Okay. It's a nice box too. Okay, this is awesome. So here are the books. The first one is The First Doctor, obviously. It looks like this. This is his outfit. It is a big hand for the Doctor, and it was written by Ian Cofer, who is the author of the Artemis Fowl series, which I need to finish reading. I never read the last couple books. Number 2 is his outfit, which is The Nameless City by Michael Scott, which I like how they have these first couple in black and white, because up until the first 2 were in black and white. That's so cool. Number 3 is The Spirit of Destiny with Marcus Sedgwick, and you got, 3's ruffly shirt. 4 is The Roots of Evil by Philip Reeve with his lovely shirt and some of his scarf on here. Patrick Ness wrote the story for 5, which is The Tip of the Tongue. This one was a cute one. I remember really enjoying this one. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with these. Rochelle Mead wrote 6's, which is something borrowed, with 6's really super garish outfit because he seriously had one of the worst costumes, the poor man. Mallory Blackman wrote 7's, which is The Ripple Effect, and you guys, question mark sweater. Oh my god, I'm so excited for these. Alex Scarrow wrote 8's, which is The Spore, and it looks like this. 9's was written by Charlie Higson, and it is The Beast of Babylon. Derek Landy wrote 10's, and it's The Mystery of the Haunted Cottage, which just sounds cool, like a cool name, and 10's my favorite, so 11's was written by Mr. Neil Gaiman himself, and it is called Nothing O'Clock. And Holly Brack wrote 12's, which is Lights Out. And the box set also came with a postcard for each of the doctors that matched the covers. And I saw somebody online do something really cool where they framed them, 3 in each frame, so I might do something like that with these. So it's just like all of the covers I just showed you. I love Doctor Who. I love you. Oh, you're the best show ever. Alright guys, that was my February book haul. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments if you've read any of these books and if you liked them, what your thoughts were on them. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, happy reading. Bye!